What's up, everyone? It's April 11th. We just hit 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. I found out yesterday that I am positive for COVID, so I spent all day yesterday in my bed, curled up, freaking in tears. I'm just kidding. It was a really shitty day, though. I felt terrible. I had really bad body aches. I had shivers, but I was sweating. It was just a pretty rough day. But I ended up waking up feeling a little better today, and I decided I better get outside, get in some fresh air, and just kind of try to work this virus off outside. So I'm heading out to put a blind up where we've been chasing turkeys. We kind of got a little bit of a beat on them in terms of they're using this area, this bottom of this ravine, as of the last week, pretty heavily. And so we're thinking that we can cut them off down there. There's a couple toms that have been using it, but one really big tom, I mean, he's dragging that beard on the ground. So we know he's pretty dominant. He must roost somewhat close, but you know, we're able to run and gun, which, you know, works well, but I want to have a little bit lighter gear on me. You know, I don't want to be carrying a blind and chair and all the camera gear and everything else. So I'm going to go drop the blind off in a spot where we can be a little more stationary, and hopefully that'll help us out. We'll be in, you know, be in their home court, right in that zone where we can call them into some decoys. Otherwise, we can move from here and run and gun, go set up on the ground somewhere, try to catch up with them if we're not having any luck. So that's my goal for today. I'm gonna get outside, I'm gonna go get this blind set up, get everything in the blind, and hopefully catch some birds in the morning. Alright, I'm heading out to put the blind up. Got the chair, the blind. I'm gonna go back, grab the decoys and a few other things, but I didn't want to get too far in here with too much stuff on me, so I'm gonna go get all this set up, and then I'm gonna try to brush it in. It's kind of tough when there's no leaves on anything, but see what I can find around me to brush the blind in. But I'll throw the camera on when I'm getting it all set up here. I think I found a pretty sweet spot. So we have a camera that's just up the way over here, right where all that green grass is actually coming up down in this bottom. It's all soaked down here. This is about the driest area I've found, but we keep getting pictures of some nice toms that are over on this camera over here. And so my idea is I'm gonna set the blind up right here in this little spot, clear all this brush, kind of use some of these down trees and logs as a way to brush the blind in. But I like that I'm kind of in the shadows here. I think the only other spot that would be a little better would be right up on this corner. I'd have a lot more visibility and a lot more down logs and trees, but I don't know how dry it is over there to get a blind up. So I think we found a couple options. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop everything. I'm going to go up over there and see what it looks like, make a move from there. Otherwise, I think I found a spot, and then I got some easy access because I can take that ridge top. There's very few spots where you can get down into this ravine safely, so that's the other thing, is I want to try to find something where I don't have to trek through this whole bottom like I just did to get down here. But I think we found a couple good options, and I'm going to get the blind set up here in a second. What's up, everyone? It is April 12th. It's 5:25 a.m. 61 degrees today, so it's pretty cool out, which is nice. Light breeze. I'm hoping the wind's in the perfect direction to send some of my calling down through this ravine to where they're roosting, get their attention. But filling up with gas because I didn't plan ahead and started the truck. The light was on, so that's what we're doing now. And yeah, we're gonna blind hunt today. I'm not gonna run and gun at all. I'm day 3 of testing positive for COVID, so I got a bunch of gunk in my lungs that I'm not trying to walk around an entire property looking for birds today. So we're gonna see if we get lucky and can call them in. Otherwise, hunt another day. But after we're fueled up here, gonna head out and we'll catch up with you in the blind. Set up now for about an hour or so. I don't hear many birds around. And actually, I got a text that went on because he woke up and he was calling up at his house, which is probably about 800 yards away. And he didn't hear much either. So they're kind of quiet this morning. And when he drove into work, on his way in, there's a bean field that's kind of just as you exit this this road that his house is on. He said he saw about 30, so we know for sure one group's over in the beans over there, way out of range. But you never know what they're gonna do right now. Probably just get down from the roost, and you know, then they're gonna start moving here in about an hour. A lot of the pictures when you know, obviously you can't use trail cameras for turkeys, you know, a ton, but we have pretty consistent pictures of some toms using this bottom, and we've never really hunted down here for turkeys, so that's normally been between 8 and 9 o'clock. So hopefully within the next hour something's working this ridge. I'm down in the bottom of this ravine, and there's a ridge on either side of me, so I'm gonna get active with the calls here in about an hour, see if I can get anything within earshot to come this way and check us out. But it's been a really cool morning. The sun's just popping up over the ravine here, or over the ridge, and shining down in here. So I had 3 deer, 4 very early on. I just saw a whitetail up the way, but I had 3 deer work into me right at about 30 yards, and it was cool to just kind of play with them and see what they were doing. And real big doe, she was probably pregnant, but yeah, we had a little action with the deer, and now we're just gonna wait patiently, and hopefully a turkey, you know, a couple toms are looking for some hens or breaking off from the group here, and we might get lucky and catch one coming down here. So keep you posted as the hunt goes on, though. I can't catch a break. This morning has been frustrating to say the least. I just had 2 giant toms and a hen come around this corner right here, and it's probably 11 in the morning here, and basically I had the decoys over here and this taller grass, and the wind has been kind of turning the Jake decoy I had, kind of tilting it sideways, so I knew that wasn't helping. But these birds didn't say one word on the way in. They were completely silent. I think it's the ones that have been working down through here. It's almost like they saw the decoys or they saw the blind, or there's no way they could have seen me in this blind because it's a see-through blind. But from the outside you can't see in, so they would have had to see me move in that 1.5, 2 inches of opening there. And the thing was, the way the blind was facing, this whole, you know, completely black part was behind me, so they would have never seen my silhouette or something. So I don't know what exactly turned them. They just cut up this ridge and went that way, and I mean, they were freaking studs, dude. That sucks, but hunting will bring you back to reality constantly, whether it's deer, turkey. I haven't had many other animals, but right now I don't know if I could shoot a squirrel at this rate, but we're gonna keep at it. Sit more this afternoon. I mean, I don't know why they weren't saying one word. They weren't even purring. You know, there's just nothing besides all of a sudden I heard a wing drag and I turned, you know, over and here's a freaking tom. So I knocked an arrow, got my bow. He went up. So I started calling, then the other tom came out from around this. The tough thing is, I'm around this freaking hill right here, so I'm tucked back here. And once they came around this hill, I don't know what happened, but anyways, we're gonna stay at them and hopefully have some better luck. I'm 0-2 now today. 0-4 on the season. I'm not a very good turkey hunter at all. Alright. Slept through my alarm this morning. Luckily there's nothing roosted around here. I knew that last night when I left, so I just snuck in. It was good driving in a little bit after. I mean, they just got down when I was driving in past this bean field that's up the way. They were out in the field strutting and doing their things. There's about 20 of them. So we'll let them get down. Hopefully they start branching off and work this way. You know, that's what makes sense these mid-morning when they work through here. My approach is going to be a little different today. I only have the 2 hens out. I'm not putting a jake out. I think that's been the issue, is these birds aren't ready to be confrontational just yet. And they already have a hen with them. So it's not like they're fighting over hens. And I can promise you, if I didn't have that jake out, I'd probably have my birds all ready for the year, because that seemed to be what turned the toms when I was coming in, is they're just not ready to pick that fight yet. And, you know, if I have some hens out, hopefully I can get another hen that's with them comfortable and they all come in. I'm going to keep the calling pretty minimum today, unless I hear something gobbling close to me. But I got in here, there was a gobble far off. I got in here at about 7 o'clock. It's 7:15 now. It's another warm day today, so we're gonna see what's to come of the day here. But this is day 4 of having COVID. I tested again last night. It was positive because I woke up late. I didn't do a test again, but this is the best I've felt so far. And yeah, it's been, I'm kind of bummed I didn't get in here earlier though. There were 6 deer down in here. I spooked up, and it would have been cool to see how close they got to me. I always like sitting, I mean, deer hunting's my passion. At the end of the day, I'm really trying to figure this turkey stuff out, but for such a dumb animal, they're really whooping my butt. We're gonna see what the 2 hens does today. We're gonna change our approach, let them come to us, and stay hunkered in here, back of the blind, and maybe we'll make something happen. Wish me luck. You gotta be kidding me. I literally, this bird just worked this ridge. I had him over here on this hill, or on this ridge way over here. He was strutting. He just came down at freaking, he was 2 yards. He walked right here by the blind at 2 yards. Walked right here, was facing, he was right here. He was facing the hens the whole time. And I just ripped an arrow through him. And he's dead freaking 6 yards from me. That was crazy. He didn't say one word. I lost him over here. I was calling. I just put the hens out. I was calling and he freaking, I saw him strutting way over there on the ridge. And I didn't know where he went. He literally circled all the way around me, down by the blind. I had him at 3 yards right here. He didn't even see me. 3 yards right here. And then he just stepped out. And I just drilled him at like 6 yards, 7 yards maybe. I mean, he was facing away the whole time. The only shot I had was the Texas heart shot. But, I mean, I put it right where they always say to put it. I freaking passed through him. I got a bloody arrow down over there. I got a dead bird right there at 7 yards away. Dude, I've had some frustrating hunts here. That was awesome. I can't believe this bird was 3 yards from me. He walked right up to the blind, looked right, he was looking right at me. I've never seen anything like that. But he's seen these 2 hens. No Jake, he wasn't trying to mess around. Holy crap, that was so sweet. I just shot my first turkey. That was insane, guys. I had him way over there on the ridge. He was strutting. And I called, just got the 2 hens out right there. Look at this, is just beautiful. This worked out so sweet. This is just, so I called at him. I saw him go down the ridge. He must have heard, and he worked up this ridge all the way around. And I heard him, I heard leaves right here. He literally walked right down this and hopped over right here. He was right, literally just walked down right here. Came out. I waited for him to get in the frame right there. He was going right to those birds. He wasn't even, the first time I drew back, I couldn't even draw back. I'm so weak from COVID. I literally couldn't get my bow drawn back. I thought I was gonna blow it. And then he got a little further. It was either that or my adrenaline was pumping. I literally couldn't draw back. I about blew this whole thing. And then I freaking regrouped, drew back again, put it right on Texas heart shot while he's facing away, and freaking drilled him. And that arrow went right through him. I honestly thought I missed, but then he started flopping and he died right here. How freaking crazy was that? Never shot a turkey before. Oh, I freaking drilled him. Wow. I bet I went all the way through. Wow. That's insane. Maybe I do like turkey hunting now. I haven't even told the guys. I'm gonna see what they say. I'm gonna download the video and send it to them. And let's check this arrow out. What a beautiful morning. I mean, that's what you want right there. Holy crap. I used a Swhacker 3-blade expandable, and I was kind of hoping it'd be, you know, I don't shoot very heavy poundage. I was hoping it would stick in them, but I zipped right through him and he didn't go 10 yards and was flopping. So again, I got my first turkey ever. That was insane how that just happened. Just when you think you're out of the game with turkeys. I mean, I've been so frustrated this is my 5th time out this year, and I've had everything. I mean, this isn't a giant tom, but you know, for my first turkey, that was sweet how that just happened. Thank you, God. Look at that.